Hello there. My name is Lyle Nichols. I've lived out on East Orchard Mesa outside of Palisade for 39 years. I made a barn into a house. I couldn't afford to buy land and build a house, so I found a little piece of land with a barn on it, and the barn was something I was able to make a home out of. And then I started developing my artwork here, and I used to have my yard open to the public. I don't anymore. I like my privacy more than anything, but I don't mind telling people about it. Every artist likes to brag a little bit. But this is a piece I made out of Lyons flagstone from Lyons, Colorado. There's 864 stones in it, and it weighs 14 tons. As you notice, I waited till you got underneath it before I told you how much it weighed. But there's 60 pieces of stone on each block or each ball. And it took me about a year to make this. And it's all bolted together where it could come apart and be moved. I haven't moved it. I don't plan on moving it. I need to repair a few stones I made this 38 years ago. And there's a few stones that are cracked at the base where the moisture got into it. But in general, it's pretty good shape, and a couple cottonwood trees fell on it to test it. But one reason people ask me when you get real old what you did for a living, and I said, well, I made this, so I got something to fall back on. Other than that, I enjoy making things every day. I enjoy working. I don't look at it as a labor. It's easy for me to go to work every day, and I don't know any different, so I just keep making stuff. I don't show stuff anymore except at the art center. I don't have stuff in galleries. I'm 72 years old and retired. When I mean retired is I don't do commissions, and I like making things, and once in a while I show things to people. And, anyway, my backyard, which is coming back up this way, is full of my art parts or supplies, and I go down this little trail every day to go to work and throw stuff off to the side, and when I see something I like, I dig it out, and sometimes it'll sit in the same spot for 5 years. As you can see, there's piles of things around here, different shapes. I love shapes. Circular shapes is one of my favorite, of course. And you know how it is when people call you and say, can you use this? I used to have a crane truck with an auto crane on it, and I would, somebody would call me and say, we got this heavy stuff. If you want it, come get it. Well, all I did was start up the truck and take the crane, and I'd go get it. So that's why I ended up with so much stuff here. Anyway, I can take you in my
let's go inside.
facility.
All right.
There's about enough room for 2 or 3 people in here. And you look, there's stuff everywhere. I got ideas going everywhere. I started turning stone beads on this lathe. It's a wood lathe I bought, and I built different devices to turn stone on it. And I build all kinds of stone beads for different things. Lately, that's my latest thing, and this week I'm working on this piece of Wingate sandstone from Gateway, and it's going to be a vertical piece with an aluminum ring around it. You can see this aluminum ring I got here. It'll be pinned to that piece of steel. It'll be over it like that, and there'll be 3 pins coming out. There's 6 points coming out, and 3 of them will have half-inch aluminum pins in it, and then it'll go upright like this. And why am I making it? I have no clue. But I sure enjoy doing it. It's a lot of hand sanding. I spend a lot of time hand sanding. Of course, nowadays I don't hand sand the hard stone as much. But, I'll spend 4 or 5 days sanding that thing. I've still got a little more grind carving to do. And when I say grind carving, I use Dremel tools. I got probably 8-10 Dremel tools. This one has a stone on it. This is silicon carbide. Silicon carbide is made for stone. Aluminum oxide is made for metal. And I have some with various RPMs. But that's when you get down to after you grind carpet with a diamond blade, you start softening it up a little bit so you can hand sand it. And I use a variety of sandpapers. Usually on the sandstone from Gateway, this Wingate, I'll only take it down to about 120 grit. So I'll start out with 40 grit, then go to 60 grit, and then 80 grit, and 120 grit. But there's a lot of surface area when you start sanding by hand to get inside every crack and crevice. So you gotta just get in the zone and do it, you know. And it's not bad, you know, you're quiet, nobody bothers you. You open the door even in the wintertime. And my big door faces the south, and that's where I get stuff done. You can wander around, and there's a table over here with some little pieces I've made, and these are gears out of Caterpillar, and of course I like the tricky stuff. This is shown at the Art Center. You can see the stone looks like it goes in and out between the gears. Well, it actually does, but it's pinned and glued together in the center where you have two half circles like that. You go like that, and it creates that effect, and the joint's hidden behind the gears. Well, don't ask me about this one, because I'm not sure about it yet. But anyway, there's some of the little ones. I got stuff stacked everywhere. I love antiques. I collected stuff, and I love to look at styles and designs and humor and whatever it takes to make you into who you are. You know, it's weird what triggers you. You know, you can go for years and never come up with an idea, and you're watching an old Humphrey Bogart movie, and you notice a lace curtain behind the actor, and you see something in it, and the next day I'm out here trying to figure out how I can make that out of stone or steel or a combination or something, and it's weird how it works. It's just in certain times of the year, for me anyway. I don't know how every other person that's creative is, but I have highs, not really lows, but I have highs where things are coming so fast, ideas, I got to write them down, and then it'll go for a month, and then they'll die out for 6 months. But I usually have enough things in that notepad in a month to last me the rest of my life if I was going to make them.